New questions about the investigation about who's to blame for response failures in Uvalde.
Why have there not been more held accountable?
We go one-on-one with the head of DPS to get answers. A moment of hope as a family searches for a missing loved one.
And you guys are for real.
Yeah.
You guys are for real.
We discover a law meant to help families like this, full of loopholes, keeping cases from the public.
People have been taught to hate. They can be taught to love.
A Texan who stepped up to preserve Black history gets a rare honor. How her story is being put on display at the Capitol.
Produced from the Capitol in Austin and airing statewide, this is the award-winning State of Texas.
Hello and thank you for joining us. I'm Josh Hinkle. In Uvalde's school shooting, it took 77 minutes until officers breached the classroom and took down the gunman. 91 DPS officers were there. Only 2 have faced consequences for their action that day. Capitol correspondent Madden pressed Director Steven McCraw about why it does not appear more will face discipline from the department.
Are there other officers that you expect to be disciplined from DPS?
No, just the 2.
And so you don't expect any other disciplinary action?
No.
Sergeant Juan Maldonado was terminated in October. DPS served termination papers to suspended Texas Ranger Ryan Kindle in January, and he has the ability to appeal still. Why have there not been more held accountable?
Well, I'm not going to discuss it any further because it's an ongoing matter. When it's completed, the public's going to have all the information, and you will as well, and you'll be able to make that assessment, okay?
During a Senate hearing Thursday, McCraw said the Texas Rangers investigation into the shooting is done.
So that investigation by DPS would be over in December.
It was. It's been completed and turned over and available to the district attorney.
On January 6th, the Uvalde District Attorney Christina Mitchell sent us an email saying, quote, "I do not anticipate receiving the completed DPS Texas Rangers investigation until spring at the earliest." She has not responded to our follow-up questions about whether she has received the DPS investigation. And it's now been nearly 9 months since a gunman killed 19 children and 2 teachers in Uvalde, and it's still further unclear when the public will get a full picture as to what exactly unfolded that day.
Yeah, I'm not going to discuss because it is an ongoing criminal investigation.
But you said it was complete.
Well, that doesn't mean it's an ongoing pending criminal matter. It's being reviewed by the district attorney. And I presume at some point in time when she makes a determination, presented to a grand jury. Until that's completed, the investigation is not completed.
Madden for State of Texas.
Director McCraw also said that the Uvalde District Attorney is conducting a medical review to see if any victims could have survived if law enforcement had acted sooner. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton agreed to apologize and pay millions of dollars to settle a lawsuit against him, but the money will likely come from Texas taxpayers. The case stems from a lawsuit filed in 2020 by 4 former staffers who accused Paxton of corruption. They were fired from the Attorney General's office after claiming Paxton misused his office to help a campaign donor. Those accusations led to an FBI investigation that's still in progress. In the preliminary settlement, Paxton agreed to apologize for referring to the former staffers as rogue employees. The settlement would pay the ex-staffers $3.3 million. The money won't come from Paxton, though. Instead, state funds will pay the bill. Texas lawmakers will first have to approve that funding. Families searching for missing loved ones are finding problems with a law meant to help them. How a lawmaker is taking a closer look at a loophole we discovered. She walked the walk, literally. Opal Lee's efforts helped make Juneteenth a national holiday, the rare honor she's now getting at the Capitol. Texans share strong opinions about President Biden's State of the Union, how his border security plan is getting a mixed response.